Hey guys, this is Pixel Dan. I'm over here at Trick or Treat Studios at New York Toy Fair 2025, and I want to quickly run down some of the cool stuff they have on display here. I wanted to start here just because I thought this was so cool. They got all these amazing role-play weapons for TMNT, as well as these masks, but even cooler, like look at this Shredder helmet. This Krang, I think it's a mask because the eyes look like they're cut out, but like this is just an amazing looking, like life-size Krang. I love it. The Casey Jones mask as well. We got Fallout over here. We got some Mortal Kombat over here. We got Thundercats with Panthro. There's my reflection. There's the Sword of Omens. We got Lion-O. And then, of course, their 1/6 line over here, which is really cool. They said the new thing on display for 1/6 is the Leatherhead, which is very cool. Then I wanted to step down to show you the new things over here in this case. That Leprechaun is amazing. Hellraiser, they said was new for this show. So you got the Hellraiser here. And the other thing that's new here, this was the first set of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So this set right here is the new set that they're showing off at the show. But we're going to flip over to the other case now because there's a lot more going on in the action figure world with them. So let's go take a look at those. RoboCop is new for this show, new on display here. So you can see we got unpainted prototype over here of Boddicker, and then we've got RoboCop here. You can see some interchangeable hands going on with him, which is very cool. They're also showing off these really cool, like retro style 8-inch figures with the soft goods on them, which are incredibly cool. And then up here, these are new too. This is their new, I think she said this was like a 10-inch vinyl line. So these are like vinyl figures. You can see kind of like retro style articulation on them. And then down on this end over here, these are talking figures, which are very cool. And there's Christina's reflection. So that brings us over to this end. They got the Goosebumps selection here, which is very cool. Bozo the Clown. Then these, I believe, are also all new for the show with Trick or Treat and The Gates. All right, and then down here, this is a first look for the show. These are the new Killer Clowns action figures that they have on display here. So these are smaller. These are like 5-6-inch scale figures. They have kind of like that retro look to them, which is very cool. They also said they're still working on these. They said that the weapons are going to be functional, so they'll actually have some gimmicks going on with the weapons, but they look incredibly cool. And then one of the other big new reveals for the show is the Army of Darkness line, which looks amazing. They said that the skeletons are going to be sold as a 2-pack, but they're going to come with lots of interchangeable parts to like really make them unique looking, so you can mix and match parts. And then this is supposed to even have like a ripcord effect, I think they said, so that it's going to like, you'll be able to zip it around, which is really cool sounding, but these look awesome. Gwar was here last time, so these are basically like the final figures. You can see them all fully painted. The deco on these is completely insane. Like, look at those. Very cool stuff. And then the other new reveal here at the show is their Day of the Dead figures. So these are early prototypes here on display. Last time we were here, they had an early prototype for Tarman from Return of the Living Dead. So this is pretty much the final figure right here. They said that the barrel is going to come with black slime inside, so that's super fun. And then my personal thing that I was most excited to see, this is pretty much the final Mayor Grodie. She says within the next couple months, this will be available for order. So this is pretty much like the full production figure, what we're looking at here. Nothing else new for the Toxic Crusaders line to show right now. She says they are still working on another figure that they're hoping to make some headway on, and we'll be able to announce it when they get to that point. But for right now, Mayor Grodie is the only new one here, but this is pretty much it. So this is great because he was not released in the original Playmates Toys line. So this will be the first time we get a figure that was supposed to come out back then, but never happened. He looks great, bright colors, really looks like he'll fit right in with that series. So that is one that I am most excited about. But really cool stuff here at the Trick or Treat Studios booth from New York Toy Fair 2025. All right, so before we wrap up over here, Sam from Trick or Treat Studios has joined us. He was nice enough to open up the case so we can get a closer look at Mayor Grodie. So what can you tell me about the mayor here?
So this is the final production piece.
Okay.
You know, we had very limited things to go off of when it came to like his coloring and things like that. Like there was only like really blurry photos. So we were lucky enough to get our hands on the original wax to develop a scan from and then kind of rework and like just make sure that it was as crisp as we could make it. The other cool thing was that none of the accessories were ever developed, but there was concept art. So then we went back, we picked out which ones we wanted to do, which ones we thought would work best, and then made our own to match the figure.
Very cool.
So in this case, he's got his BO gun, I believe this is. And then he's got his oxygen tank and his gas mask that has cigars sticking out of it.
Oh, that is incredible. That's so good.
So we were working with their original sketches, but trying to make them function a little bit better. Because like at first we did very literal translations of their drawings, and I was like, okay, well, we got to tweak these a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, his mask goes on and everything like that. He has the bandolier of cigars. But the biggest thing was the color palette. I went back to the original line to pull the tones that they used for each of these kinds of colors. So the yellow matches the same yellow that's on Killamoff's hair. The blue is the same one from Radiation Ranger. So like, because I wanted it to fit. And his hair was like originally like a darker red, but I was like, no, we got to do the fluorescent.
The orange, yeah.
So
that's an amazing attention to detail, though. That really makes it feel more authentic to what we would have gotten. Oh, that is so cool. Look how big and hefty he is, too.
Oh, yeah.
The money sticking out of the pockets on the back. Yeah, that's good.
Yep. So his air tank hooks on back here. Cord goes around. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So he looks.
Oh, I do want to hold him. Oh, this is so good. This is so. Oh yeah, here you go. I'm so happy right now. No, this is fantastic. This is really cool. He feels great too in hand. He feels exactly like you would expect an old Toxic Crusaders figure to feel like. It's really cool. Yeah, they got the cigars on the bandolier, cigar in his mouth. That's amazing too, because that's one of those things you wonder if like they would have actually done originally, right?
I think they would have.
You think they would have? Okay.
Now,
right?
You know.
Yeah.
But
so cool.
So
now, can you tell us if there's more stuff that you're working on for this line?
Yes.
Okay.
So we are going to do Yvonne.
Awesome.
So we had shown 3D print, and we just kind of were working some things out with it. We didn't want to like tweak it a little bit because we jumped off of that April O'Neil figure that was what Yvonne ended up being.
Yes,
So
the Ravishing Reporter April. Yeah.
So we took that, we like kind of looked at it, and we were like, okay, well, what do we need to tweak, and like, what do we need to like to get a little bit further away from that, but make it more Yvonne.
Right.
And then again, we had all the concept art for her accessories.
Oh, cool.
But we didn't have any physical ones, so we're developing our own.
Yeah.
So she's got like a sponge mop, and she's got her accordion, and like things like that.
Perfect.
So those are the things, and the glasses are what we're trying to figure out the most.
Oh,
because,
yeah,
like,
that'll be tricky.
How do we do that?
Yeah.
And not make it look like kind of weird.
Right.
But yeah, there's going to be some fun stuff coming with Toxic Crusaders. We're also working with the studio on the new movie.
Really? Okay.
Yes, and we're going to be definitely taking sort of a Playmates approach.
I'm into it.
With the new movie.
I'm into it. He's amazing. Well, thank you so much for the close-up look and the extra information. I really appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, there you go. Trick or Treat Studios is doing some cool stuff here. I'm excited.
Stay up to date with Pixel Dan at Toy Fair 2025. Follow Pixel Dan on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Or you can support the channel through Patreon and unlock other exclusive content. Thanks for tuning in to your premier source for all things toys with Pixel Dan. See you again.